As the garden season is coming to an end, that doesn't mean that you can't keep enjoying your flowers throughout the winter time. During the winter, we start to get a little antsy because we don't have all the plants outside growing and the flowers blooming. And all we can really do is plan and start seeds. But there is a way to enjoy your flowers throughout the winter months. And you can also share them with others as well. So right now is the perfect time to go ahead and start collecting some different plants, collecting different flowers and leaves and different things to start drying them, as you can see behind me. So there are several different kinds of plants that dry super well and are proven to help hold their color and their flower structure as they dry. So gomphrena, celosia, and straw flowers are just to name a few, and that's because of their structure of flower and structure in their stem. It's the reason why they dry super well. On top of those, some ornamental grasses and different herbs also dry super well. I just learned that apparently this particular marigold that I also just dried, I was trying it out for the first time this season, drying it, and it's held its shape so far really well. And you can hold these flowers for a while, but before you get any of your flowers picked and ready to dry, you need to get your structure ready. So the first thing that I did was I hung up a string, and then I got some rope ready to hang up my flowers before I picked any. So you want to pick them in the morning, right before they open or right after the dew comes off of them. So you want to hang them in a cool, dry place, and you want to keep as much light out of there as possible. You also want to make sure there's good airflow and circulation, so that way they don't get stagnant or have any mildew or mold growing on them as well. So now that you have your flowers hung up in a well air circulated area, you want them to stay there for about 2 weeks at the very minimum. The longer that you allow them to dry, the better that their flower structure is going to be true to what you'll have later on your different projects. So as they're hanging and drying, you might want to spray them with some floral spray. Even hairspray works as well, just to help them stay and not fall apart as some different plants could. Besides just hanging it up as decoration, we've gone a step further and we've begun making crafts out of it. So one of the first crafts that we chose to do was making these little floral note cards. So we went to the craft store and bought different kinds of materials to use for our project. So we started out by getting this scrapbook paper and these different brown note cards. We also got some different colorful note cards as well and different kinds of paper. This floral tape was really cool, and then some different stamps. So what we initially did was we made little tiny arrangements, as you can see here. And these have held up really well. I've had them in storage, and I made these last year. So you can see how well dried flowers can hold up. The initial thing that we did was we made these little arrangements, and then we chose what kind of note card paper that we wanted. So on this particular paper, we just made a couple little slits. We put a sticker on it, and then we hot glued it on the back. And you can see that right there. So if you wanted to hide this hot glue, you could take another piece of paper of the exact same kind. You could write a fun little note to whoever you're wanting to give this to and glue them to the back, and you can have an easy front and back sided little note card. I know whenever I go to the store, I do not want to pay the outrageous price for all the different cards that is kind of expected whenever you go and give somebody a gift. So these are a great substitute, and they make them that much more special because you put time and effort into each one of these. So this is one of my personal favorites. We just threw some stickers on there. You could just write on it with a Sharpie. And we cut it down to be a little square, so you can just place it right on top of a gift or whatever you're wanting to give to the person. And we bought these wax sticks and a little seal as well. And so we were able to stamp a little butterfly on it to give it a fun little decoration instead of just wax. So we can also do different kinds of things. You can draw on it, like on this mason jar. And we just threw this little sticker inside of it as well. And on this one, we also super glued on the back so the flowers wouldn't go anywhere. A really simple way to add flowers to these note cards is simply by using this tape. And it comes in all different colors, all different designs. You can see we have a rainbow of colors in this little bee right here. But that was super easy. We put this paper on top of this cardstock and just simply taped the little arrangements. So after I made all the note cards that I wanted to do, I had a lot of flowers left over. And so another thing that you can do is make different floral arrangements. With regular floral arrangements with fresh flowers, they don't last as long as you could want them to. So with this dried one, this is exactly what it's going to look like. It might collect a little dust, so you might get a new one later on, but this one is going to hold its shape, its color, and it's not going to fall apart as much as a fresh arrangement will as well. And so after I made the arrangement, I also had an extra jar, and I just took a bunch of the different flowers and grasses that I had left over, and I put them inside of this jar. You can add some oil inside of it to help give it a fun, different look, but I just put these dried flowers in here. I made sure the jar was completely dry before adding them, so that way I don't get any surprise mold growing in there as well. And with that, this is a fun way to help preserve the beauty of your garden, and you can share it with others throughout the seasons.
We hope you enjoyed this video as part of our Oklahoma Gardening YouTube channel. You can also find even more videos on the OK Gardening Classics YouTube channel. And join us on social media for great gardening tips, photos, and discussion.